So, hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Codersarts. So, in this series of episode, we basically talk about or we showcase the project, and this type of project is going to very helpful. So, either you are a developer, so as a developer, it might be work as a POC that is called proof of concept, or MVP that is called minimum viable product, or even even you are a student and you're looking for some add some value to your resume, or even for as a computer science final year project, or even you are AIML developer so who are working to or they want to build some career in AIML domain. So this type of project is going to very helpful for you. Okay, so make sure to stay tuned until the end so that you will get the complete understanding of this video. And even for even for this series, you can watch other video that is also going to get your knowledge. That will improve your knowledge, and that will get more insightful information from other video as well. Okay, so in today video, one of our team member Prativa, so she will explain everything about this project and how this project work, what is the project idea, what are the technology behind it, and even we will get the little about understanding how the projects flow, or we can say the code work through this video. Okay, so I'm inviting Prativa. So hi Prativa, now you can start about this project and explain. Okay.
Okay, hello everyone. Today in this video, we are going to showcase another one of our web applications that we have created,
Hmm.
which is basically going to perform face detection.
Hmm.
So we have created this app using Flask framework, and at the back end, we are using Google's Vision AI, and particularly Google's Vision AI's face detection to create this app.
Hmm.
So this app is very useful in the scenarios where some market analysis or basically customer sentiment analysis is to be performed by means of images or videos,
Hmm.
or in case of surveillance as well, and any industry where the mood of the customer is very important. So
Hmm.
to automate that kind of stuff using AI, we can implement or we can make use of this kind of app. Currently we have made it for assessing only images, but it can be incorporated into videos as well.
Hmm.
And let's just check out and see how it works.
Okay.
So I'll share my screen. I'm already in the directory of the project, so I just need to run the file.
Hmm.
So this is a very basic interface for this app that we have created, just for the purpose of demonstration.
Hmm.
So here you can see that we have images like this. They just upload it, and you can see here that this kind of output is generated where the
Hmm.
faces are being identified
Hmm.
and a box is being drawn around them. The faces are also being given IDs as
Hmm.
identified by the model. And then you can see here it is identifying three emotions, that is joy, anger, and surprise. And you can see that joy is very evident on the faces of these two actors,
Hmm.
and which is being validated by the AI as well, that
Hmm.
joy is a very likely emotion in their faces,
Hmm.
and anger and surprise are unlikely.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is how this app works. We can choose any other image as well. I'm just using actors images, but like
Hmm.
they are the faces which shows the most emotions, so I guess
Hmm.
for this demo it is fine.
Hmm.
So again, you can see here that this is the kind of output we get, and you can see that this is just one image, but it is identifying all the faces that are in there. Okay,
Hmm.
so this is how the app works, and the same thing we can do by means of video as well.
Hmm.
We can also perform this kind of facial detection along with emotion detection,
Hmm.
by in live feeds, live camera feeds, and videos as well.
Hmm.
So this is the front end of the app.
Hmm.
We can also discuss a little bit of its back end
Hmm.
and just see how easy it is to implement this.
Hmm.
So Again, like some of our previous videos, here also we are maintaining two files, two Python scripts. One is app.py, where our Flask code is there, which is dealing with, taking in the input and processing it, and then just passing it on to the front end. And in the utils script, we have the utility functions that we are using. Basically, that relates to, Google's Vision AI and its services that we are using. So let me just remove this one, it's not being used here. Sorry if there is, repetition of the libraries
Okay.
that I'm using. Please
Mm,
ignore that.
mm,
So again, this is also I'm not using in here. Wait, let me just keep it again. So yeah, so let's just come to the main parts of the code here. Sorry. So
mm,
here, this is where we are passing in the credentials, that is the service account key. um, this service account is nothing but our Google service account, and in for that particular service account we have enabled Google's Vision AI cloud API. And
mm,
once that is enabled, and we pass in the credentials in the form of this JSON file, we are able to access that functionality that is provided or that is enabled for a service account. Once
mm,
that functionality, once we have passed in this kind of security key, now we are able to use it, like the
mm,
Google Cloud Platforms services, on
mm,
a particular backend, basically, be it Python or Java or any other programming language.
mm,
So this is a very crucial to have a service account key, and to even enable the API for that particular service account for which this key is being passed in into the Google application credentials. Okay,
mm, mm,
so once that is done, we have two functions here. The first function is basically draw bounding boxes on images. Bounding boxes are nothing but these kind of, you can see, squares, basically, which are being drawn around the faces of the actors in here, or the
mm,
identified faces, I should say. So this particular function is doing all that. It is drawing the bounding boxes and printing out the likelihood of the emotion. So you can see here that there are 6 point scale, basically, 0 to 6. And 0 represents unknown, that is the, a model is not able to identify this kind of emotion which is being shown on their faces. And it like increases from there, like unknown, very unlikely, unlikely, possible, likely, and very likely. So this is the
mm,
scale in here, but you can also just have any kind of scale that you want. You can either have 0 to 6, or any, like instead of these keywords, you can have any other keywords that is more suitable to your use. Okay, so again, this is not hard coded. You can change it from unknown, you can make it NA or anything. So it is changeable. Then this is the detect faces function, where we are using Vision AI's image annotator client. Okay, so
mm,
here we are connecting to the Vision client. We are reading the image file and then passing it to face detection. That is Google's Vision AI's function that is available, one of the functions, which is face detection. There are some other functions available as well, that we have discussed in other videos. That is logo detection, then there is label detection, there is landmark detection. So one of the various use cases is face detection. And again, here we are making use of Google's Vision AI, but particularly its face detection function. So we pass in the image in here, and then we get the response, that is the face annotations. It provides us with the vertices for these corners, for each of the faces, face ID that is being recognized in here. And for each of those faces, it is passing in a set of values that represents these emotions, that is joy, anger, and surprise. Okay,
mm,
so this is the function in here. Basically, we are just passing in the vertices, like we are getting the vertices from here. Once we get the vertices, We pass it
mm,
to the bounding boxes along with the faces that has been identified, and it just draws it, and it is being saved in this function only. Here you can see
mm,
that after drawing, it is saving the image to the out image
mm,
folder, and that's
mm,
it. Then we just fetch that image from here, from backend, and pass it to the front end that is here. So
mm,
that is how this yeah. So here you can see that this is the major function that is doing everything, that is passing in the image to the face detection function,
mm,
and then fetching the face IDs and the likelihood of these three emotions. You can
mm,
see that the number of lines of code which are actually dealing with this, like this is just for formatting and just printing out everything
mm.
in the
Okay.
back end here.
Mm,
See all these things. So
mm,
if we just remove all those, then it's basically a really small function, and you don't have to maintain the code for the cnn's which is actually being used in here. Like,
mm,
okay, you can see here that this is only this function to which the image is being passed, but
mm,
actually in this function that is defined by Google,
mm,
they are using the CNN architectures, and then here we are just making use of those pre-trained models that they have already trained.
mm,
So you can say that the models that we are using in here to make this
mm,
kind of prediction is basically a state of the art model.
mm,
Okay, and it is up to the date, and it is being maintained and fine tuned every day. Google
mm,
is doing all the updation on their end, so you don't need to worry about all that.
mm,
Okay,
mm,
because if you are going to train this kind of model for yourself, then first of all you would have to have access to quite a lot of data,
mm,
and then the tremendous amount of data that you have to deal with that, and again image data take time to train the model. So you'll be maintaining your GPUs and everything, and then fine tuning the model to like increase its accuracy and everything. So
mm,
that's a quite a hassle, although people who are into research are obviously going to like they need to make their own, but in commercial uses you don't need to do that. So in cases where it is being used for commercial purpose or in enterprise or business level, so using these kind of APIs from
mm,
cloud platforms is the way to go ahead. And its pricing is also not that much, I guess.
mm.
Like we can check.
Okay.
I'll just see here. I'll need to go to my Google Cloud Console.
Mm,
So this is my console, and I'm already into the project in which I have the service account for Vision AI.
mm,
Okay, and now if I go here into APIs and library, you can just see here this is Cloud Vision API,
mm,
right? And this is its pricing. So it is for auto ML face detection operations. It is this.
mm. Okay.
Okay, so per 1K count, it is free up to
Mm,
1K count.
mm,
Okay, but
mm,
after that, there are tiers in it. So
mm,
starting after 1K, it will charge you 124 per 1K count again. So for
mm,
1,000 images, you need to pay 124 rupees.
mm,
And after 5 million, the price would decrease actually. So the
mm,
larger the data,
mm,
the price is going to be minimized
mm,
that way. But if it is just for small amount, then it is reasonable, I guess, and
mm,
that the tier 1 and tier 2.
mm,
Okay,
mm,
so I
mm,
think it's reasonable enough for at least enterprise and business level, and even
mm,
students can make use of it. Like 124
mm,
is nothing to pay
mm,
for 1,000 images.
mm. Okay. O- Okay, so you all already talk about the how the projects look like, and we have already shown this one, and also what are the
Yeah.
tools and library and packages we have used in this one. Even still we are using Google Cloud, Vision AI, so that is the one API call that we needed. And also also
Yes.
you are already talking about the pre-trained model, so I don't think for as you are not any core machine learning or AI engineer, so you don't need to worry about how the
Yeah.
algorithm work, because that is already done by this Google Cloud or any other service provider. So just we have
Yes.
to use those services, just have to consume those services and perform what actually your task we have to done. Okay, so okay, so have you talk about like more about, should we talk more about like use cases? So suppose, so for this vision AI, so generally this all perform only for images or video, we can also do the
No, we
same.
can perform it in videos as well.
Hmm.
It's
Okay,
just
okay.
that processing time is a little bit longer for videos,
Hmm.
depending on the length of the video.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
But it can definitely be done with videos as well from
Hmm.
live feed
Hmm.
and
Okay.
basically
Hmm.
pre-shot videos as well.
So more, I think more specific title for this video will be face detection and emotion detection,
Yeah,
right?
and emotion recognition. And moreover, what we can do is we can also provide these kind of annotations,
Hmm.
basically the squares which are
Hmm.
identifying the faces, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So it can, like, another use case for this kind of app, or like another functionality that we can add in here is to
Hmm.
pass on this kind of
Hmm.
face bounds data. Basically, these are the four vertices for the face
Hmm.
ID 0. So you can see here that face ID 0 is basically for this actor here. Okay.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
the bounds are also being provided to draw this. And in computer vision, where you first need to annotate your data,
Hmm.
in those cases, this kind of app, like this kind of functionality in this app, can also be provided, where we can just make it downloadable in JSON format or in text format, this kind of
Hmm.
information, that is the face bounds. And it's not only in square format, we can also get landmarks, facial landmarks also using Vision AI, and
Hmm.
polygon bounds as well. So
Yeah, yeah, fine. So I know this. We already know this, but main thing was, what is the
yeah.
purpose of ultimately what they are going to do. So basically, two things. So let me. So I have one idea. So suppose where this can be useful. So I'm talking about, if you are talking about any retail shop or any malls or
Mhm.
anywhere the person needed. So somebody suppose in one shop, how many person customer visiting your store, and how they are
Yes.
going to happy, or how they are which emotion they are going in or out. So we can
Yes.
detect using the most of the almost in all the shopping malls or everywhere, even the shop person are using CCTV camera. So based
Yes.
on
Even in
CCTV camera,
restaurants,
so
we can use
hmm.
it. Or
Yes, yes, yeah, fine. So anywhere their customer feedback, and now sometimes customer is not able to, they are not willing to give some type of feedback. They just want
Mhm.
to left the shop. So, but that time, based on their face, we can detect if the person or customer is happy, or even the anger or anything we can, detect. So even anywhere, not even shopping malls, or maybe not even
Mhm.
shops, so maybe for any colleges or a student, or even banking, even though anywhere where the customer feedback or emotions are needed, basically. Okay, so
Yes.
that is going to one use cases. Okay, so any other use cases you're thinking? But I think this is very realistic use cases I'm talking about. Okay, so that is
Yeah.
very feasible for anyone. Okay, so okay, so and to whom like this type of project is, obviously we are using this one for using Google Cloud API. But I think for a developer perspective, this is also helpful. So they will learn how these type of things are working. Okay, even somebody
Yeah.
want to learn in core how actually algorithm work, how like face detection algorithm work. But that is total different story. But in this one,
Yeah.
just we are
Yeah.
focusing on implementations part, not core ML,
Mhm.
algorithm discussion part. Okay, and okay, so this one for everyone, on either developer or a student, or maybe for as a enterprise, or maybe any owner, app owner, not app
Mhm.
owner, be business owner, they want to implement how these are going to helpful for them. Okay, so this was
Yes.
one thing. Okay, so Yeah, fine. So I think this one was this one. Anything more we have to share, or is fine?
No, I think we have covered everything in here.
Mhm. Okay, okay, fine. So I think that's all, everyone. I think you already know most, like last two or three video we have covered in Vision AI. So how Vision AI going to very helpful, or how Vision AI going to serve as a different application or different use cases we can implement. Okay,
Yes.
so again we are saying, like, if you are working this type of project, either you are a developer or a student who want to build your portfolio, or maybe just want to learn this type of things so that you can get better job in AI domain, and we work in this type of thing. So you can get one-on-one classes, or even one-on-one consultancy for us, and you will get how the things are working. So even for implementation, or even you are business owner or some startup, they want to build this type of project, so we can provide end-to-end solution. You don't have to worry about anything about, just we will handle everything. Just you have to explain what is your use cases, how you are needed, so we can perform this operation based on images, video, or image feed, or anywhere you needed this type of application. So and use cases are endless, or even though in which conditional, which circumstances it is going to vary, this depend upon you. But we know how the technology work, how we can implement this thing. So just you have to explain your problem, and we will implement in your existing system, or either fully scratch, from the scratch, if you want to build this type of project. Okay, so I hope you got some idea, or maybe if you are getting more, things are clear, like how AI going to changing, not just buzzword. It's not like one evil buzzword like AI is going to impact, but even you can see from this type of application how they are going to impact it, and even how they are going to doing some impossible tasks that is not possible for as a normal humans. Even you are not achieve those things, but help of AI we are how the things are achieving, and even the more productive way, and even though without any tedious, or without any tired just work or like that. Okay, so I think that's all for this video. If you have uh, any comment, or if you have some doubt, or even you need any such more video, or even you have how this, even you can comment all below how this is going to very helpful. Okay, so even we will think, okay, so this is one, even the use cases for this one. Okay, so that's all, everyone. So thank you so much for watching. Let's meet in another one. Till then, keep learning and keep growing, and thank you for watching.